Good morning everybody, what is happening, what is going on? Today we have pole vault and we're just going to jump straight into it because I'd like to break it down and kind of explain my thought processes and processes, whatever you want to call it, and why some jumps were better than others. So here's pole vault. And that was pole vault, and I had a few good attempts. The bar was relatively high, but I'm in between trying to figure out which poles are which, and or not which poles are which, but which poles I should be jumping on and why I should be jumping on different poles other than others. And right now I'm on a 490, which is good, but it's a softer 490 that I'm gripping down, which causes the bend to be different, and it's a carbon versus a spirit, and I've never really jumped on carbons except for it's a whole different thing, and I'm gradually figuring it out, but we're gonna get there. So we'll break down the footage now so that you guys actually understand what I'm thinking about when I'm vaulting, and hopefully it could help you guys. This pole vault's not my best event, and you guys know that, and so I'm getting better, and I'm hoping you guys get better because I'm getting better. Okay, so the first thing I do with all my pole vault practices is I start with like some single arm drills, some single arm swings, and then some shorter jumps, just at like a smaller pole, just to kind of make sure that my body's good to jump, legs are warmed up, and my upper body's ready to actually swing or take the impact of a plant. So this first jump is just one of the basically first jumps. It's a short bar. I'm really focused on trying to get my hands better, and one thing that I need to think about on the next one, and maybe I should watch this video before I vault next time, is how my left leg kind of syncs up instead of staying long. And I wish it stayed long because I think it would help my swing, and I wish that I dropped my head back. I know you guys know about that. This one's a little bit better. I personally think I'm a little inside. I think I could either quicken up my last two steps or move back a little bit in my approach. It'll help. Really suck my left leg up on this one. Next one, at least I get my feet extended at the top, which is better. I'm a little bit, about the same takeoff actually. My leg stays a little bit longer, or a little bit longer. Still syncs up, but I do get my hips up a little bit better. And even just that, keeping that left leg a little bit longer as I swing up, at least got me to get my hips up in this jump a little bit better. So these are still like basically warm-up jumps. I'm still in my flats, and this is kind of what my practices for pole vaults have been lately. I've basically just been warm-up jumps like this because we're not trying to beat up my Achilles. This one I keep, I want to think that I'm keeping my leg long, and at takeoff, like that's a decent position, right? And if you saw this jump, you'd be like, oh, this guy's about to go jump 16 feet. But then my left leg just sucks up and I don't swing it at all. I kind of just turn my hips up, and it's not necessarily a swing, it's more like I'm just pulling myself up and trying to push myself forward instead of actually swinging up the pole, which I think is where I want to be. I make the bar fine, yeah, whatever. And then in between that jump and this jump, we went up a bunch of poles, I think 4 in total, taking basically one attempt at each pole. And then this was my first attempt on this pole, which is a 490, and it's the first 490 I've been on all season, and from a relatively short approach, but I did put on spikes. So I take off a little inside and really heavy on that last foot. You can see my hands all the way back here instead of being up tall and in front of me, and my left arm's already bent. I'm not like pushing through the pole. But like I said, this was the first jump. basically I think it's kind of like a tester to make sure that I can plant the pole and to build a little bit of confidence. And so obviously at the top end of this jump I kind of just bail out of it because I know that now I can plant the pole. So on the next one I do actually plant the pole. It's a little bit better. It's nothing crazy. I still kind of sink up, hit the bar on the way up. Nothing crazy as far as what I do at the top of the pole. I do have a little bit better, nope, even worse takeoff actually. I could extend my left arm and actually push up through the pole rather than kind of hanging on it. But when you take off inside, it's really hard to push up through the pole because then you have a ton of pressure on the pole, a ton of pressure on your bottom hand. And I wasn't used to this pole yet. And I'm not even used to jumping on carbons, and this is a carbon pole. So I sink my feet up. I wish I could swing better. I stare at the bar the entire time. My hips are literally below my bottom hand. Not even my top hand. If my hips were below my top hand, that's not a problem. At least my feet are up. But my feet are damn near below my top hand, and my hips are below my top hand, or my hips are below my bottom hand. I'm not an exaggeration sitting at this bar, and I try and still make it. I get no penetration into the pit, kind of bail out of it, and I just skip the ending. This is probably my best jump of the day, so my last jump on this pole, and probably my last jump of the day, I believe. I might have taken one more afterwards. I'm a little bit better at takeoff. I'm a little bit further outside. My hand's a little bit more vertical. My elbow's not as bent, and the pole's not as bent when I'm actually taking off. I keep my left arm a little bit longer. I don't let it sink in, so I'm actually putting some pressure into the pole. And the big thing about this jump was my cadence into the approach, or my cadence in the approach. So as I attack the takeoff, I'm actually turning it over into the takeoff rather than just like kind of lunging at the takeoff. So I was much more confident. Now this is like my third or fourth jump on this pole. So I'm much more confident to actually plant it and know that I'm going to be able to penetrate the pit and know that I'm going to be able to blow through it. And I think that that's a problem with a lot of younger pole vaulters, is they just don't have the confidence to actually attack the box and attack the pit and trust that the pole is going to put you in a position that you're supposed to be in. And I was just learning to trust this pole because I'd never jumped on it before. So on this one, I do attack a little bit better. And I keep my left leg a little bit longer. Even here, see how my left leg's kind of bleh? It's never super active. My right knee is actually decent. But I want that left leg to just whip. My shoulders start to drop back a little bit. My hips at least get to my bottom hand, if not a little bit above it. My feet are a little bit above my top hand. But I'd love for my shoulders to be tighter to the pole. And you kind of always like rub the pole against your forearm on your left side when you're vaulting because you tuck it in here and it's just... And ideally that would be the position I would be in. And I never really hit that position even in my short jumps. So now it's a matter of taking it back a few steps. Anyways, I make this bungee, no problem. Probably have a foot or a foot and a half of clearance on the bungee. And I think it's technically above my handhold when I'm jumping. Yeah. So the pole's 490. I'm holding probably at like 475 or not 475, sorry. Pole's probably 490, I'm probably holding it like 15 feet. And the bungee I think was it just over 15.7 or something like that. So a decent jump. And yeah. So as far as today's video, that's gonna be the end of it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about what I think about when I'm pole vaulting, and I know you guys know that pole vault isn't my strongest event, and I know I said that earlier in the video, but it's something I'm working on, and I hope that by me breaking it down in my head, because I do this every single day when I watch my videos or when I edit my videos, because I take the footage that I take and record for you guys that I put content out on the internet, and I use it to coach myself. So I pick up on little things that maybe we didn't see in practice, and then I can take it to the next practice. So hopefully you can take some of this stuff to your next practice. Hopefully it helps, and yeah. That's gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it though. Remember to be nice to people, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, slow down, don't dance so fast. Thank you to all the new subscribers on the channel. If you don't already know, I post a video every single day, so that means yesterday I posted a video and tomorrow I'm gonna be posting a video sometime before 9 AM. So come back to the channel and take a look at it. And I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Okay, bye.